All right, let's add one more thing. We're gonna add one more thing, then we're gonna finish these things, then we're gonna sleep. I think we can get this last bit done. So what does this last bit include? Let's log into Tom. The best thing about sleep is looking after you back. You see, that is a decent idea. Is it just crashing? Is it infinitely? Oh, it is infinitely. It's infinitely looping. Do I need to leave playing games to study better? Yes, you should. The best thing is sleep. So yes, an ideal thing would be to sleep and then do it on a fresh mind, but I don't want to like sleep 6 hours or something and then wake back up in the morning. So I'm just gonna finish it now and then sleep like forever. I like that way better. I hate devs with bad backs. Yeah. All right, let's solve that race condition real quick, and then we're going to do these last things. All right, so when I hit log out, we infinitely loop. No, we don't. We just... Why was I thinking we infinitely looped? I think I just need to change the order of things. So I need to push to home and then reset. Can I sing? Absolutely not. Okay, and we're gonna log out. And now when we're in a weird limbo state. You know what? We're just going to do an awful thing. We're just going to say window.href. Or is it window.location? Because what this will do is it'll reset the cache. There we go. How do you remember Java codes? At this point, I'm not even remembering anything. Yep, window.location. That's true, and I do not have that skill. Perfect, now it works. All right, so let's finish this last thing. Basically, the last part is, so I've been approved. I basically just come here and give a response to Tom. Like what I thought of his code, or like complete code review. I just spotted a UX issue. If all your visitors are going to have a GitHub account, why ask them for a password and you could just you could just OAuth them over. That is an excellent point. Well, the answer to that is I definitely should not have I wasted a lot of time this morning setting up login and register, and I really shouldn't have. I should have just added passport and done GitHub OAuth. Now, I don't know how long that would take to set up correctly. Maybe that would take equal time, but either way, I think it's a better UX. I agree. Definitely too late to do it now. But for the future of this project, I really like that idea. Yep, I'm just going to do something super simple. At the bottom here, I'm just going to say complete, or I finished reviewing it. Why there's less viewers in science and tech category? I don't know. Gaming's way more popular. Also, it's way more interesting to watch gaming, I think. Like, can you follow what I'm doing with coding? There's a lot of stuff going on too, and like with gaming, like you can immediately come in and kind of understand it. Whereas like, look at all this code that I have, and this is just one file. So it's hard to process it, I think, is one thing. Because Twitch is a game site, not a creative site. Yep, that too. Can I have 2 extras? Alright, so we hacked that. So let's see if I can have an extra. Do you plan on streaming after this challenge? Hard to say. So I have mixed feelings about streaming. I just want to see what this looks like. Yep, that looks good. I'm just going to add a button that says like complete or something. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I might end up doing more of it. One, I get kind of tired just streaming because usually my workflow when coding is to do a lot of pacing. And so I haven't done any pacing today, which is kind of weird for me. And we'll just add a button. Why don't I teach making games? I actually don't know how to make games. Haven't really ever done that, so. Oh, we have a button already there. This is awesome. I don't even have to write a backend mutation. We already have it here. Okay, I want this full width, I think. You should code more and then you become a better coder. Your viewer numbers are significant compared to other programming streams that isn't Atom. Also, regular streaming includes more breaks, more music, generally a bit less serious. Yeah. I definitely could see myself doing streaming in the future, especially just like working on some projects or like continuing this project. I could see doing. What do I want? I want this to be full screen. Is that fluid? Cool. So what should happen when I click finish? Pacing is fine to be. Just throw up a break page and leave music on. Do that if you're a game streamer. You can only see the game shoot with content for for creative. Yeah. Do you plan to raise money for this startup? Probably not. I don't see like it doesn't really need. It can be bootstrapped easily because the only cost is really just server costs. If I wanted to increase the development speed or increase the marketing, then you could consider doing VC funding. Well, yeah, that's interesting. So what I'm thinking about now is I push this button and I guess I'll just not show it. in my offers anymore. I guess it would be nice to see your complete offers and stuff, but I don't feel like coding that right now. I think when I click finish reviewing, it will just disappear. And in my code reviews, it'll show up. Yeah, everything, we set up some fragments. So actually, this is the one that is not update status. So I created an offer fragment that I'm using in a couple different places. Pop-up saying thank you, hide them for now, and maybe have a caveat later that shows past ones. Yeah, I like the idea. Alright, so yeah, let's finish this up. So layout, view offers. So we're going to say status dot, so if status is equal to complete, then we render null. How many hours left on your timer? I started at 9. I have till 9 a.m. basically the next day, so I have basically 10 hours. Alright, so I'm going to finish reviewing. So I was expecting it to just disappear on me. Not worth adding history for time effort, yeah. Alright, so the status is complete. So if the status is complete, I say null. Okay. Alright, so it's not showing up here. So basically it was a problem with our update. For some reason our update did not work. Are you returning status column on the mutation? Yeah, I am. We'll worry about that in a second. I think what I want to do first is just finish off what it looks like from the other dude's point of view. And let's do an incognito. Alright, I think my two people that I really care about are... No, I think Ben and Tom are the two. Alright, so this guy's going to be Ben, this guy's going to be Tom. Alright, so it's neither approved or declined. So we're just going to say finished. Finish using an update the pic on your GitHub. You look more professional now. Do I still have my old picture on GitHub? Okay, this is from a couple years ago. I used to have an even older one up there for a while, but yeah, I do need to update. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to do. So instead of showing those buttons there, if it's complete, what do I want to show? Now let's just add a heading. 2 years ago is a long time for a young person. Yes, it is. Status is not equal to. Then we'll show this card. Actually, no, it's not. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Easy enough. This component has become massive. Complete. And if status is equal to complete, what do I want to show instead? Card.content. We're going to say extra. what is it called? A header? Yep. Review finished. I mean, ideally, it should, imagine using it would be actually insane right now. Ideally, you should be able to, like, rate, but I think I'm just going to keep it for now. Any pick probably be more official than mine. A blue fox. Review finished. Should I center that? Nah, we'll just leave it like that. How do I say size? There we go. Come on. Oh, that's medium. I want to do one so small. Good. And maybe I create a new section for the finished ones, but there you go. Wait, am I done? No, I'm not. I was like, there's got to be something I'm missing. I forgot that I would need to do that one last thing with Tom. Alright, so let's go to the home page. Ben, have you gained any patrons tonight? You know, I haven't actually checked my Patreon. You can see. I didn't link my Patreon in my Twitch, which I probably should have. I can't remember if I was at this amount. I think I might have gained one patron. I feel like I was at like maybe one below. All right. Cool. So Tom's going to offer a review for Ben over here. Success. All right, so we have another offer by Tom. We're approve you. Go ahead. I'm approved. I can start. Go ahead and finish. Gosh dang it. Ben, you're still going? Absolute legend. Yeah, you bet, buddy. I think I'm gonna call it quits in a wee bit. I'm at a point where I kind of have a decent flow, and I just want to add a landing page and then deploy this guy. All right, so this update is not doing what I want it to. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna refetch the queries. I hope this is in Git. Well, let me just save this all to Git before I switch it out. Joseph, you're not sure if you recall my comments to your channel, but thanks again for all your hard work. You helped me a lot. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad I've been helpful. Well, let's do one last one so we can see that's finished as well. By the way, there's nothing saying you can just not even put a URL. We didn't even add validation yet. What is refetch as opposed to mutation returning all changes? Refetch basically just recalls the query. I'm not sure. The update I added should work, but it's not. So instead of spending time debugging it, I'm just going to go ahead and refetch the data. It's not ideal, but it works. Bam. All right, so I'm gonna call the product done. for now. You can do basically a complete flow with it, which is what I wanted to get to. Refetch. The things I'm going to do before I go to sleep are these two guys right here. We're going to attempt to make a landing page, and then we're going to deploy. And I promise you, this is going to be harder than this, I think. I think deploying this is going to be pretty snazzy, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So let's just close everything. Let's clean this up. We're at the last stage. So here's what I want to clean up, and this is the home page. All right, so landing page, and we're going to call this code ponder. All right, so let's head over there. Okay. It says hello Next.js. I have zero ideas of how I want this to look. So step one is to put our name. Step two is to put our tagline as an H4. Yeah, let's just go with the marketplace thing. All right, so let's link them to the login and say, register. So here we say, hello current user. Well, if they're not logged in, it's more, the landing page is more for if they're not logged in and they just want to see what the product about. Hey. All right, this is a weird landing page, but you could call it a landing page. Should I keep the wave emoji? Code Ponder, marketplace for code reviews. Do you have some code you want reviewed? Are you an expert that would like to give code reviews to hone your skills and give back? They both just take you to the same register page. I wonder how many people are going to come click on them and see that. Fantastic idea. Yeah, what I'm trying to decide is if I should bother explaining the flow of how it works on the home page. The answer is probably yes, but it's kind of... I don't know if I even should bother going into that detail. It's probably worth explaining it. I need to set up a donation page. I have a PayPal, but I have a crappy PayPal link that I haven't. I'd say Patreon's the best place. Next time I'll set up something more proper. Yeah. All right. Let's make a how it works section. At least the type of radio they will be entering into. Yeah. So this is going to be a order list item 1. I just want to make sure we get a 1 there. Cool. So how it works, coder requests a code review. Experts offer assistance. Coder picks favorite expert. Selected expert reviews code on GitHub. Yep, that's basically the flow. How it works. Coder requests. I hope he's going to submit this project. So review him in there. Definitely. Coder requests a code review. Experts offer assistance. Coder picks favorite expert. Selected expert reviews code on GitHub. And honestly, it already looks better than some of the products I've seen on quick code challenges. Thanks, man. Selected expert reviews code on GitHub. I'm trying to decide if I want to add these links to the bottom here. Kind of feels like it should happen at the bottom. It's kind of like my call to action-ish. Should we add a header? Interested? Nah, we'll just put the links and call it GG. Actually, should we just make these buttons and call them like register as? Selected expert receives a request to review the code on GitHub. for number 4, I think it fits your flow a little better. I like it. Thank you. And yeah, let's grab a button. So in order to make one-time donation to Patreon, I should cancel the mission after doing it, right? I think there's a way for you to do a one-time on Patreon. Could be wrong. But I think you can also, I think it initially does get charged, so you can cancel right away too. So really in the future, we want to split this up and make it different. Thanks, Bunny Man. See you later. Okay, register as a coder, register as an expert. Who knows? He might also accept Bitcoin. Yeah. I could also put my wallet stuff on what's it called, on Twitch. Selected expert receives a request to review the code on GitHub. Okay. And we click on this, you go bam. Alright, calling it good. Calling it good. That's my landing page. Alright, now, alright, assuming I was going to go this easy, we're going to take more time deploying. DigitalOcean. Let's get this cracking. Need to verify my email. Let's see. Let's just pull up it on my phone. Yeah, I know. I don't know why DigitalOcean makes me do that all the time. Alright. Come back. Now we'll keep the same. Actually, no, I should create a new project. So this is called Code Ponder. I'm curious why DigitalOcean over, say, Azure. I haven't compared the offerings, but yeah, I've just seen it's a little simpler for DigitalOcean, and then also I believe it's priced better. Now, Azure has better offerings with stuff that compete, like if you want all other offerings. Web application. This small guy should be fine. New York should be fine. We'll use my primary one. I don't know, is it bad that I showed that key? Does it show the whole SSH key? Monitoring, I probably need to revoke that now. That was only my public key. Okay, sweet. Let's add monitoring. Host name, we'll call this Code Ponder. I guess we'll just call it server. You can get 12 months free up to this and very basic. Yeah, that's definitely. I keep moving this. That's definitely super nice. I think I have some credit from DigitalOcean too, but it's definitely not $200. All right, so when this is done, you can Google a gist. I can link to $100. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think I think I just did the $50 one, but yeah, that seems much better. Oh, gotcha. All right, so here's our IP. What is step one? Step one, let's point our DNS. And I thought about it. I think I'm just gonna keep Code Ponder. DNS. Oh man, it's gonna be here somewhere. Advanced DNS, there we go. Delete that. That's cool. And we're going to point it to DigitalOcean. Yeah, I believe an A record is what I want. www. And I think that's good. All right, so now for deployments, I'm actually going to do the same thing that I did for my Binawad, because it's actually basically the same thing. So that's going to be sweet. It's going to be easy to set up. So let's first fix my environment variables. I think init Apollo is the first one. All right, so if we're in production, we are going to point it at server.codeponder. Otherwise, we're going to have it at localhost. All right, and I think that's all we need for the website. Now for the server, we actually just do the same thing. But in this case, it's the inverse. So this is going to be https a codeponder.com. And not in production, it's going to just be localhost 3000. The other thing I need to look at is Redis. So in production, we do that. Here, I'm just going to say new Redis. And what did I do for my full stack project? You only DNS www though. Yeah, and then I have my, I should have just kept Namecheap up. I had the non-www redirect. I think. Let's double check. Went to the wrong thing again. There we go. So I think this should redirect to the www, and then www does that. So I think we're good to go. All right, so I did this packages, server, Redis. I don't know what my Redis URL should be. Did I use Redis for Slack? I did not. I think I'm just going to set it to probably a specific port. All right, yeah, this is what it looks like. Hey, Benny, just showed your support pin for Namecheap. Not sure if that's bad or not. Or you can refresh it. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's bad either. Good point. I'll write it down and double check later. I don't think I guess it depends. They may use the pin as a password. And if so, then someone could call. That's a good point. And I think I can just set this to Redis actually. Reason why is I'm going to set up Docker Compose, and that's what I'm going to call it. Alright, so change my Redis. Literally the last thing that I need to do is the orm config. And the only thing I need to change there is synchronize to false. So this is where I'm going to just go into the create type orm connection. And I think I did this for my full stack project too. I think we're going to have some fun debug errors with this deployment. That's my guess. Utils. This is what I was looking for. Connection options. Then I can give this a name. I think this is how I did it in the full stack, and I think that worked out decently well. Yeah. So development, and what, do I make this an array? Yeah. So this is what I want my production to be. So the host is going to be DB, port is good. I'm fine with that user password and the database being CodePonder. This is something I should probably fix later. Turn that off. Don't have to worry about CLI, and we'll call that good. All right, development still starts up. Cool. And I think that's all the changes we need to make. All right, let's start doing Docker, guys. Here's my Docker file. Now I'm using a Yarn workspace, so that will complicate things. So I need to think about how I want this to work. Okay, so I'm gonna first move over. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna remake this Docker file, and I'm gonna make it in the root level. Okay, so I'm gonna copy over package.json. We're also gonna copy over. Doesn't it just work, but it spits out one warning? For what? Yeah, let's not worry about caching right now. So I'm gonna copy everything over, and then I'm gonna install everything with Yarn. Actually, I think I could deploy these as individual packages too, but I haven't actually looked into how to do that yet. No, I have a single Yarn workspace, but I have multiple packages. So for example, I think it only depends on one thing. Yeah, I have one schema that I made a Yarn workspace for. Yeah, I'm going to be setting up a Docker compose in a second. This is just going to be the Docker file for my server. Let's go ahead and add a build. I'm curious if this will just... Oh, we got a problem. Let's see what we have. Cannot find connection default because it's not defined. Nope, still doesn't like it. Alright, let's see what I was doing in my Binawad. I know I did in my Airbnb, not Binawad. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm naming it default. Let's just restart it again. Cannot find connection. Yeah, so I wanted to know if it was crashing here or here. How about this? I don't feel like looking at why you're not working. So I am going to just inline it. Then I don't even have to worry about names. I haven't set the node. Oh, you're right. I didn't set the node in development. You're definitely right. That's definitely what it was. I mean, we'll just use this. By the way, this is totally backwards. Why is it complaining? Is it missing something? Awesome, it started. That means I can try building it. Skip leg check goes to true. Base URL and then root directory is going to be source. Dist looks good. All right, so after I install everything with Yarn, I'm not even going to worry about doing a two-stage one. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest. So we install all the dependencies. What do I need to do next? Next, I just need to run build in that directory. So I can do that build with Lerna. And I don't even need to include, well, let's include common just in case. I don't think I need to though. I think it should get covered when I build the server. I think it automatically builds common because it relies on it. Because I use the -b flag. But it doesn't hurt to rebuild twice. And besides time. Right, this should be called code ponder. All right. All right, so then we compile the code. And then I'm just gonna do I want a CD? Nah. Cool. I think I want to do it like this. I think we're going to have problems. It's just kind of a gut feeling I have. Alright, I think that should be fine for the Docker compile. Let's now do the Docker compose, which we can do similar to this one. All right, so instead of ES, we're going to set up Redis. And I don't know if I have to set like environment variables or anything to it, or if I just set it and it's good. For some reason, I feel like I added this to my Slack clone. I don't know why I would add Redis to it, because I didn't do sessions. Let's see. Yeah, I included Redis, and I just did it like that. Cool. I can't remember what I used Redis for. Oh, subscriptions. That's right. All right, so my server, we're running on port 4000. Good. Why did I set up this volume? Oh, images. I don't care about that. So we depend on Redis, and we also depend on the DB. So I didn't use a DB for this. Quite all right. I can use my DB here. Do PG data. So we're going to rely on both of those. Oh yeah, we got to create a Docker file for my website. Totally forgot about that. Okay, so we got to do that. We have to do that. I think I'm going to make another cup of tea for this last push of figuring out deployment. What's up, Mr. Bankster? How you doing? I'm on the last stretch myself. I'm now just deploying. And I thought this deployment would be easier than it actually is. Yeah.